Good morning, students. Welcome to the virtual class of MGGS English Medium, Vaishali Nagar, Ajmer. And I am your English teacher, Kamini Agrawal. Today, we'll start with a very important topic, that is literary terms. What is a literary term? A piece of literature is categorized under different titles, and those titles are called as literary terms. Today, we'll start with the first one, that is a sonnet. Now, what is a sonnet? A sonnet is a poem written in 14 lines. It is written in a single stanza and it is written in iambic pentameter. Now, dear students, you must be thinking that what is a lyric? What kind of a poem is a lyric? And what is iambic pentameter? Don't worry, I will let you know. First of all, what is a lyric? So, a lyric is a relatively short, non narrative poem when the poet speaks in the form of a first person and expresses his personal feelings and emotions and present them to be his own is a lyric. It is a very personal or emotional form of poem which can be sung with the help of a musical instrument called lyre. Now, the second question you must be thinking of, that what is an iambic pentameter? Don't worry, I'll let you know. Iambic pentameter. Iamb. Iamb means a metrical foot. What kind of metrical foot? When there is the sound of 5 iambs in a line, that means there must be 10 syllables in a single line of a poem, then it is a iambic pentameter. It is a natural cadence of the English language. Now, we'll start with the form of sonnet. Basically, there are two main types of sonnets. What are they? One is Petrarchan sonnet. We also know it by the name of Italian sonnet, and the other one is the Shakespearean one. Okay, we also call it English sonnet. Now, what is the difference between these two types of sonnets? Okay, first we'll deal with the Petrarchan form of sonnet, which is also called as Italian sonnet. This sonnet is divided into two parts. As we have discussed earlier, that a sonnet is a poem of 14 lines. So, the upper 8 lines are called as octave and the lower 6 lines are called as sestet. The rhyming scheme of the first part is A, B, B, A. Again, A, B, B, A. And the second part is C, D, E. C, D, E. And sometimes it ends with only 2 rhymes like C, D, C, C, D, C. Okay? And what is the difference between the theme in the octave part and the sestet part? In the octave part, the poet presents a problem before you, that on what topic he wants to write the poem, on what problem he wants to focus your attention with, and in the sestet part he gives you a solution. he provides you with a resolution that what could be the best solution for the problem which has been given to you in the octave part. Now comes the second part, Shakespearean sonnet, or what we call it as the English sonnet. The name has been given to it from the name of William Shakespeare. By the name of William Shakespeare, we call it as Shakespearean sonnet. How it is divided in? It is divided into 3 quatrains. A quatrains means a paragraph of 4 lines. Okay? So there are 3 paragraphs of 4 lines, and at the end there is a couplet, and this couplet is also called as epigrammatic couplet. Now what is an epigrammatic couplet? An epigram is a very short or a very witty statement which a poet wants to give just to summarize his work. Okay, you can very well see the rhyming structure of both the Petrarchian sonnet and the English or the Shakespearean sonnet through this chart. So students, just have a look to the chart. See here in the Petrarchian sonnet, the rhyming scheme is given to you that a poem is divided into 2 parts, octave and the sestate part. The rhyming scheme of the octave part is given to you. See, here it is A, B, B, A, and again the same one, A, B, B, A. And then comes the sestate part, C, D, E, again C, D, E. Now have a look at the English or the Shakespearean sonnet. It is divided into 3 quatrains, and then at the last there is a couplet. Now look at the quatrains. The rhyming scheme of the quatrain is A, B, and then C, D, C, D, then E, F, and the couplet is G, G. So students, now you got through the rhyming scheme of the sonnet. I think you have very well understood the difference between the Shakespearean sonnet and the Petrarchian sonnet. Once again, I want you to remind all the things. See, sonnet is a poem of 14 lines. Okay? Sonnet is a poem of 14 lines written in iambic pentameter. Basically, it is of 2 types. One, the Petrarchian sonnet, which has taken its name from a great writer, Petrarch. It is divided into octave and sestate. And the second one is the Shakespearean sonnet, which has taken up its name from the writer William Shakespeare. And it is divided into 3 quatrains and a couplet. Now, have a look at the Petrarchian sonnet. It is written by William Wordsworth, and the title of the sonnet is Composed upon Westminster Bridge. You can very well have a look at the rhyming scheme of this sonnet. Earth has not anything to show more fair. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by. A sight so touching in its majesty, this city now doth like a garment wear. You can very well see the rhyming scheme. A, B, B, A. How we come at the conclusion that this is the rhyming scheme? Fair and wear. These 2 things are rhyming together. That's why we have given them the alphabet A, and pass by and majestic. They are rhyming together. That's why we have given them the word B and B. Now come to the next one. The beauty of the morning silent bare. Ships, towers, domes, theatres and temples lie. Open unto the fields and to the sky. all bright and glittering in the smokeless air. Now the bear is rhyming with the word fair. So we have given it the word A. Similarly, the word air is rhyming with fair. Again, we have given it A. Then the temples lie. It is rhyming with pass by. So we have given it B. And then into the sky. Again, the sky is rhyming up with temples lie. So we have also marked it as B. Now, this is the octave part of the sonnet. You can very well see here that in these 8 lines, the poet has presented a problem before us. Now, we come to the sestate part of the poem. It is written here. As you can see, never did sun more beautifully steep in his first splendor valley, rock or hill. Never saw I never felt a calm so deep. The river glideth at his own sweet will. Dear God, the very houses seem asleep, and all that mighty heart is lying still. Now can you make the rhyming scheme of the part? Okay, try it with me. Steep, a different one, we'll mark it as C. Then hill is not rhyming with steep, so we'll mark it as D. Then comes the word deep. It is rhyming with the word steep, so we will mark it as C. Then comes the 4th line. Here the ending word is will, which is rhyming with the word hill, so we will mark it as D. Then comes the word asleep. It is rhyming with deep, so again we'll write C. And then comes the last word, that is still, and it is rhyming with will, so it will be marked as D. The rhyming scheme will become CD, CD, CD. So this will be the sestate part of the poem, and it will emphasize the whole idea of the poem. Now have a look at the Shakespearean sonnet. Shakespearean sonnet written by William Shakespeare. Here the sonnet is divided into 3 quatrains and a concluding couplet. Have a look at the 3 quatrains. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breaths are dun? If hair be wires, black wires grow on her head. Now can we mark the rhyming scheme? Sun is rhyming with dun, so we will mark A for both of them. And red and head, they are rhyming together, so we will write B for both of them. So rhyming scheme will become A B. And similar process we will go on with the next 2 quatrains. Now comes the concluding part, the last couplet. And yet be heaven, I think my love is rare, as any she believed with false compare. Both the words are rhyming together, we'll give them the same word, like GG for the couplet, rhyming couplet. So that is all for today. We have learned so many things about sonnet. I would like you to recall all the things once again. First of all, you have to understand that what is a sonnet? A sonnet is a poem of 14 lines written in a single stanza. It is written in iambic pentameter. Secondly, it is divided into 2 parts, that is a Petrarchian sonnet and an English sonnet. Petrarchian sonnet is divided into octave and sestate, and Shakespearean sonnet is written in 3 quatrains with a concluding couplet. Now, once again, to recall your sonnet, I would like to ask some questions. So, the first question is, a sonnet has dash lines. Your options are 12, 13, 14. I have already marked the answers for you, so it will be helpful for you to give the answer. So the answer is 14. Another question is, dash sonnets are also known as Italian sonnets, and the options are Spenserian, Petrarchian and Shakespearean. And the answer is yes, Petrarchian sonnet. Now, question number 3. Sonnets are written in iambic. Options are pentameter, hexameter, trimeter. And the answer is pentameter. Now the 4th one. A Petrarchian conceit is a comparison of two like items. Is it true or false? And the answer is false. So students, that's it for today. We will meet for another literary term tomorrow. Have a good day. Stay home. Stay safe.